Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. I'm a professional organizer and certified professional life coach, and I like to dovetail these two skills together to create a framework of support for you in your total life transformation. And it's all free. Everything is archived on my YouTube channel in playlists or on my Facebook page. So join me on both of those platforms because sometimes the content does vary. This will maximize your transformational experience. So, we have talked in previous videos about creating an inventory of some of the items that we have and then developing a plan to use them, to integrate them into our daily lives so that we capitalize on those resources to help us enhance our life. So today we're going to create a health and wellness plan using some of our resources. Okay, so today we're going to create an inventory of all of our health and wellness supportive resources. So proud of all of you who grabbed your hydration beverage because we know how important it is to stay hydrated. Get a pencil or a pen, a paper, a notebook, whatever you want to write on. And what I'd like you to do is just kind of sit down for a minute and start jotting down items that you have that are health and wellness supportive. So for example, if you have a bike, see mine's right there. If you have a stationary bike, if you have a treadmill, if you have hand weights, if you have sporting equipment, I want you just to take an inventory and then actually just kind of walk around your house, peek in your garage, look in your attic, and create an inventory of all of the devices that you have, the equipment that you purchased to enhance your health and your sense of well-being. And I guarantee you that they aren't doing anything for you if they're in storage or if they're not being used. So take a minute, just walk around your house, take your hydration beverage, and just do an inventory of equipment, sporting goods. I'm going to go through mine as you're walking around, so it maybe trigger some ideas for you. Okay, so I have a bike. I actually have two. I have this one. This is when I want to ride fast for cardio. And then I kind of have more of a strolling beach cruiser with my little trailer on it so that my Frenchie Mystic can go with me because she loves to ride in her trailer. So I have two bikes and I alternate them. Depends on what my purpose is. I also have a treadmill that I use. I have some hand weights. So include all the little things. Oh, you know, I just thought of something. I have some resistance bands. I'm writing them on my inventory. So whatever you have, like if you have your yoga mat, yoga blocks, I have kayak, I have arm and leg weights, I have archery equipment, I have a croquet set, I have a horse, I have golf clubs, and I have my resistance band. So just think about all of these things that you have purchased. I mean, I'm looking at the investment here and we're into the thousands. And none of this is going to do me any good if I don't use it. So I'm going to capitalize on these. These are now not just items, they are resources. Everything that you have that is tangible is a resource for you, for comfort, for health, for well-being, for safety. Everything is a resource. So go through your list. Then I want you to, once you finish that list, and you can keep going back and adding things as you think about them or you run into them. Talk about your kids' sporting equipment. You may use that as well. If you have a gym membership, that's a resource. If you belong to some sort of athletic club, that's a resource. You can put your athletic wear down here as a resource. Okay, so you get the point. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at our personal care items. Now, we've done some decluttering with this. We've kind of gone through and looked at our personal care items, and now we're going to add them to our inventory. Like, I have an LED mask. I have a microcurrent device. I have a blood pressure monitor. I have a glucose meter. I have a waxing kit for my eyebrows. I have a hair follicle stimulator when I can do my scalp massage on hair care days. I have my gua sha stone. I have my cupping for my skin. I have a dry brush. I gotta add that to my list. Just think of all of these little devices that you've spent money on to enhance the way you look, your health, your skin, your hair, your teeth. Again, just mentally kind of calculate how much money have you spent here. I'm probably close to $700-800. So thousands of dollars over here, $700-800 over here. It's adding up quickly, isn't it? And if you're not utilizing these as resources to enhance the way you look and feel, then you're not, it basically is wasted money. It's a wasted resource, and there's no point in wasting a resource. None whatsoever. We want to be good stewards of our resources. Okay, keep working on that, and then let's talk about our beauty routines. Remember, we have a schedule for our beauty routines. Monday and Friday are our facial days. Mani-pedi days on Tuesdays, hair care on Wednesdays, dental health on Thursdays. Saturdays is our outdoor family fun day, and Sundays is kind of our serene creative day. Okay, so think about your beauty routines. What are some of the resources that you have that you can incorporate into your beauty routines? And this is going to be mainly products. So this is going to be your facial mask, your exfoliant, your moisturizer, your serums, your mani-pedi devices. You may have a like a foot bubbler for your pedicures. If you have any kind of hair care devices that you use, even like your water pick or something that you use for your dental health. And then think about where those are. Are they accessible? And we're going to put those on the list because we're going to develop a plan for us to integrate these into our daily routine. So now we're capitalizing on the resources. Now we're starting to create a framework, and now we're going to flesh it out. One more thing I want you to consider on your plan or on your inventory: health supplements. You know, those vitamins and protein powders and all of those things you've purchased, all your collagen supplements, all of the things that you've purchased, in order to enhance your health. You want to incorporate those things that you're going to take on a routine basis. Now, you have your inventory prepared. So now you can kind of look and you can start to see some themes emerge, almost like a cross-reference. So for example, I'm looking at all of my equipment, and I have days that I ride my bike, but what if it's raining? I'm not going to ride my bike, so I may do my treadmill. I have a hula hoop, a weighted hula hoop. It's really good for you. I want to make sure I'm using that to enhance my health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop a schedule, a plan, a framework that I'm going to put on my refrigerator to help me remind myself to integrate these resources into my daily routines to help enhance my health. So what I did was I used this little template, and I know you can't see really well because I used a violet marker. But so Monday is our facial day, skincare day. So that's the day I'm going to use like my LED mask. That's a resource. I'm going to use my gua sha stone. I'm going to use my facial cupping. I'm going to use my products, such as my facial products, my exfoliant, my serums, my moisturizer, all of those things, your toner. So I'm going to put that down on Monday. Those are the products, the items I'm going to use. I'm also going to try and do biking, whether I do high-speed biking for cardio or if I do cruising biking with Mystic. That's going to be my day to bike. Now, if for some reason it rains, I can switch. You know, this isn't a hard and fast written in stone thing. But I also, I've been having a little issue with my blood pressure. So I've had my blood checked. I've consulted with my physician. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I am taking my blood pressure daily just to monitor. I suggest that you take your blood pressure frequently, especially if you're older like me, and that way you can monitor your blood pressure and hopefully see it stabilize or come down. But I also am insulin resistant, so I do check my blood glucose level at least once a day, usually first thing in the morning, just to give me an idea of where I am. So I have those two resources that I'm using daily, my blood pressure monitor and my glucose monitor. So I have those up here in the corner, just a reminder I need to use those daily. Then I'm going to think about if I'm doing like a high intensity activity, I'm probably going to have a protein shake that day. So I'm going to put my protein powder as a resource that I'm going to create a protein shake on this day. Now, I may not have that every day because I don't usually take protein unless I do a high intensity. I may do hibiscus tea because that lowers your blood pressure. I may do that on a different day. So I'm going to alternate some of these resources that I have in order to kind of, give me a variety. Doing the same thing over and over again can get very boring, and that doesn't stimulate my interest. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble with my scarf here. Okay, so that's Monday. I'm going to have facial, I'm going to check my blood pressure, I'm going to do my glucose monitoring, and I'm going to use my LED mask on Monday. On Friday, when it's facial day again, I'm going to use my microcurrent. I'm going to do gua sha, I'm going to do facial massage, maybe some face yoga, but that's going to be my Monday routine. On Tuesdays are mani-pedi day, so I'm going to get out my mani-pedi beauty basket or box or bin, and then I'm going to schedule in some treadmill time. My goal is to walk 3 miles a day at a certain pace. That's going to be one of those days that I'm going to have my protein shake because it's going to be more of a high intensity. Now, if I want a little bit more high intensity, I can add my arm weights and my leg weights and really give it a good stroll, but that's going to be the day that I am going to use my treadmill. Remember, this is just a plan. It's a framework. It can be flexible. But also I'm going to monitor my blood pressure and my glucose. On Wednesday, that's the day I go to the driving range and I do a little bit of golfing. I also do yoga before I golf because I need to make sure that my back, I've had major back surgery. So I probably shouldn't even be golfing, but I enjoy it and I got a set of clubs and I love going out and just hitting a few balls. But I do yoga before so that I stretch out those muscles really well before I go and swing some clubs. So I put golf and yoga for Wednesday, and that's the hair care day. So I'm going to use my product, I'm going to use my deep conditioner or hair mask, but I'm going to use my appliance, my hair follicle stimulator, which is just like a little cute hair massager, but that's the day I want to integrate that in as a resource to enhance the way I look and feel. And my hair health, which, by the way, I noticed after I deep conditioned today, it feels so good. Okay, so Thursday. Thursday is going to be my weight day. So I'm probably going to get my hand weights, my resistance band, and my hula hoop. And I'm just going to put on my playlist and I'm going to just have some time with some resistance. And then Thursday is our dental health day. So that's the day I'm going to use any dental appliance. I'm going to do some extra flossing, really make sure I'm whitening my teeth, good dental rinse, and then give myself a little oral exam, make sure that my teeth and everything look okay in there. And again, monitoring the blood pressure, monitoring my glucose. Then Friday, that's my Tidy Friday day. That's the day I take my little basket around and pick up anything that's kind of needs to be put away. So that's a great day for me to use my arm weights and leg weights. So I'm walking around, I'm reaching and I'm putting things in the basket and then I'm putting things away. It's also a facial day, so I'm going to do microcurrent. I also have my waxing kit. So I'm going to wax my eyebrows, get ready for a weekend, and maybe do some more facial massage, some cupping, some gua sha, and some facial yoga. Okay, so all along I'm going to be adding in my collagen beverages, my protein shakes, my hibiscus tea. I'm going to take my vitamins. That's my choice, my practice that I do. And I also have some wheatgrass, so wheatgrass powder. So I'm going to make a wheatgrass drink. So those things are going to be integrated, kind of as a daily practice. And I'm going to rotate that as well. And then on Saturday, that's going to be a day that I'm going to kind of just see what the weather is. I may go kayaking, I may go horseback riding, I may go golfing, I could do some archery, but in between, maybe even just some yoga. Sunday is my yoga day. But this is a day that I'm going to get outside, take Mystic for a bike ride. I'm going to take my pets out to play, but I'm going to get out and get some fresh air, sunshine, if the weather is conducive. If not, then I can have fallback as a treadmill or something in the house that I can do. But that's my goal, is to be able to get out, go kayaking, horseback riding, golfing, archery, something that's going to be different than what I've done before. So then that's my Saturday. That's usually a day that I like to take a picnic because we're outdoors, maybe go for a walk in the forest or whatever is close by you. Then on Sunday, I like yoga, but it would be a great day for croquet. I have a great croquet set, and I very rarely use it, but I'm just thinking, this would be a great activity on Sunday. It's kind of low stress. It would be great to have some family over for Sunday dinner and play a game of croquet. It might be a great girlfriend day. Have your best friends come over and, open a little bottle of champagne, have some light hors d'oeuvres, and have a croquet day. Why not? But I also like to do yoga on Sunday because it really kind of just finishes out my week and then starts the new week off really well. Now that we've created the framework, we have the inventory of the things that we have spent money on that we want to integrate into our daily routine to enhance the way we look and feel. We're going to capitalize on these things that we've purchased in order to really be good stewards of those resources and get our money's worth. Then we scheduled out a framework. You can laminate this, put it up on your fridge. It's just a framework. There is flexibility. You don't have to hold, to it firm and tightly. Weather is going to be an issue for some, but tailor this to your needs. But when you see this framework, it's kind of like it becomes habitual. Once you start getting into a routine, your body loves routines, your mind loves routines, but there's enough variety here that it's not going to be boring. It's not the same old treadmill. It's not the same old yoga. It gives you a bit of variety, but you're capitalizing on your resources, and that is emotionally satisfying. Next step, talk to your doctor. I am not a medical practitioner. I am a PhD doctor, but you need to talk with your medical practitioner. Number one, you want to share with him what you see on your blood pressure and your glucose. If you haven't had a blood test or talked to your doctor recently, I highly advise having a conversation. But you can take this plan in and you can say, look, I'm going to use these things. And I've developed this plan. Is this okay? And they may give you a time frame. They may say start off slowly at 10 minutes of walking or biking, and then work your way up gradually to 30 minutes a day. Really communicate with your doctor. So this could be just a health and wellness check. You go in and say, look, I've been listening to that organizer advisor lady, and she said this would be a good way to capitalize on these resources, and we developed this plan. And my goal is to enhance my health and well-being. Do you see any issues here? Can you give me some recommendations? Have that conversation with your doctor, and please follow their advice. They know you, and they are qualified to give you medical advice. I am not. I'm making some suggestions to you, but ultimately, this is between you and your physician or your medical provider. So, have that conversation. And then come together in areas where you guys can agree, and then develop this system for implementing. I put it on the refrigerator, so every day I'm reminded, oh, it's treadmill day. Got to get my shoes, got to get my playlist and my beverage. I'm going to hop on the treadmill for 30 minutes. This way, you are using all of these items that you intended when you purchased them to enhance your health and well-being. And in many cases, this stuff is just sitting somewhere. Bottom of a closet, under the bed, in the attic, in the garage, and scattered throughout the house. And I guarantee you it's not doing anything but creating clutter and stress. But we can actively and intentionally use these things. But many of us need a plan. Because what happens is we get on the treadmill and we're like, okay, I'm gonna do treadmill every day. And after about day 5, you're bored. Some people can do treadmill every day. Not this girl. I get bored. I want to change of scenery. So this way we're integrating all of these items that we have collected and spent money on. We have made a significant investment. Let's make it work for us. Please let me know in the comments how this resonates with you and whether or not this plan seems to work for you, if there's something else I can add to help facilitate your use of developing a plan and of the resources that you have to enhance your happiness and transform your life. This is the Organizer Advisor, thanking you so much for all of your participation, your comments, your likes, shares, subscribes, and just being here with such a positive presence. It makes me happy. It's uplifting to me, and I'm grateful to you for that. Much love.